public prosecutor instructs the Ministry of Justice to reject the Georgia election lawsuit. On Monday, U.S. Public Prosecutor Pam Bondi issued instructions to the Ministry of Justice to reject a lawsuit to challenge a comprehensive reform of the elections that Republican lawmakers in Georgia following the loss of President Donald Trump for 2020 in the state. Hello viewers, welcome to Unboxing America. If you are celebrating new information, please like and subscribe to this video and hit the notification bell. The lawsuit, which was filed in June 2021 under the leadership of former President Joe Biden, claimed that the Georgia law was aiming to deprive black voters for equal access to the poll. Bondi said that the Biden administration is paying false claims with repression. She said, "The Georgians deserve a safe elections, and not demanding the false voters that aim to divide us," she said. The law was part of the Republican-backed measures that tightened the rules related to the vote, which were approved in the months that followed Trump's attempt to re-election to Biden, claiming without evidence that the voters' fraud cost him victory. These repercussions were rapid after Republican Governor Brian Kemp signed the law in March 2021, when the executives of the Delta Airlines Wokaka and based in Atlanta decided to criticize the Major League in the league that decided to move to the Game of All-Stars in that year of Atlanta Trueist Park. Kemp and Foreign Minister Brad Ravenbonds, both Republicans who drew Trump's anger when they refused to help cancel his 2020 election loss in Georgia, strongly condemned the issues of the Ministry of Justice when it was presented. On Monday, he called on Bondi's announcement a big victory for voters in Georgia. "Our commitment has always been to ensure fair and safe elections for all Georgie, despite the loss of the Game All-Star and Georgia's left boycott as a result of the logical election law," Ravensburger said in a statement. The law known as SB 202 added the identity of the voters to the postal polling, and the short period of time to request a ballot and led to fewer polls in the metro provinces in the crowded Atlanta in the Democratic population and have large black residents. The law also prohibited the distribution of food and water by various groups and organizations for voters who stand in a polling line. Related, Trump launches a new without-law attack on voting rights. By announcing the refusal of the lawsuit, Bondi said that the demand of black voters in Georgia has already increased after the law was passed. An analysis in the month of December conducted by the Brennan Center for Justice found that although the number of ballot cards made by black voters increased from 2020 to 2024, the black turnout decreased by 0.6% because the increase in the number of ballot cards delivered by black voters has never kept up with population increases. The analysis says, understanding whether these declines, or to what extent, are due to restricted voting policies such as Georgia SB 202, justify feelings that the government does not work for them, or that other factors do not have the importance of signal. In addition to the lawsuit of the Ministry of Justice, about half of the other lawsuits were submitted by civil rights groups and the integrity of elections that raise claims based on the United States Constitution and the federal voting rights law, which prohibits discrimination in voting. Thanks for watching this video. Please like and subscribe to more information.